Hello and welcome to Running Wild. I'm Vanessa Hoolan and I'm here today at the Paradise Wildlife Park. Here's what we have in store for you today. Today we have the fluffy alpaca, the enormous giant tortoise, the beautiful deers, the stripy zebras, the secretive bat, and the fastest animal in the world, the cheetah. Firstly, we'll be looking at the meerkats and how they behave in their environment. Meerkats are known to travel in clans, and they never separate as it could be dangerous for them to travel alone. They are very sociable animals and alert each other using squeaks. One meerkat will always be on lookout duty and is there to alert the others of the dangers both on the ground and in the sky. Hello, we're here at the meerkat enclosure and I'm here with Colleen, who's just had a meerkat experience. How was the experience?
Absolutely fantastic.
Really? Was it your first time having experience with the animals?
Yes, it was.
And it's your first time here as well?
Yes.
Where have you come down from?
From Sherwood Forest.
Really? Oh, that's a long way then.
Yeah.
But how did you hear about the wildlife park?
My husband booked me an experience through Christmas gifts.
Yeah. So do you think it was worth it?
Definitely. I'm really glad that we did it.
Are meerkats your favourite creature?
They are.
Are they? Is it because of the Compare the Meerkat advert?
Nothing to do with that.
Really?
Even before that was out.
Yeah. How did they feel when you touched them? Were they quite soft, or were they really sort of bristly?
Really soft.
Yeah. And were they kind? Did they try and nip you or anything?
One of them nipped me.
Yeah.
Very inquisitive, tried to chew my jacket.
How did it feel when they were all clambering in the bowl? I knew it was a bit sort of hectic at that moment.
Well, I told it really steady.
Okay. Were they vibrating when they were eating it? Because I saw them, they were all just shivering with excitement.
They were fighting, but
But it was good.
it was very, very good. Really enjoyed it.
Okay, well thank you for speaking with us.
No problem.
Here we are with the alpacas, which are an animal from Southern America. Some people may get them confused with llamas, but actually they're smaller. Alpacas are very domesticated animals of South American camelid. They always travel in herds and graze on very high heights, in some locations such as Peru, northern Bolivia, Ecuador or northern Chile. Alpaca fibre is used for making knitted and woven items, similar to wool. The fibre comes in more than 52 natural colours. Now let's go and have a quick look at the deer. Here we are with the deer. There are many different breeds of deer all over the world, but at Paradise Wildlife Park we have red deer. And the ever famous reindeer. Red deer are known to be the largest wild mammal in the country. Their antlers are long. 36 inches is considered a good head, hard and spiky. Male reindeer drop their antlers after the rut and regrow them again in January. Females keep their antlers until March and immediately start growing new ones. Calves and castrated males lose their antlers around the same time as females. Here we are the zebras. The zebras are the most sociable animal found in the park. These are Berkshire zebras and they're the most common found, and they're from Africa. Zebras, when in the wild, are a main source of food for many predators, but here at the park there is no worry. Let's go over and see the zebras and their keeper. Hello, I'm here with Callum. We're overlooking the zebra enclosure. I'm just going to ask Callum some questions about zebras. So I know that you have 3 here. What are their names?
We've got Dad Wilson, Mum Dusty and Baby Mosi. Mum is the biggest one,
okay.
The chubbiest one. And Dad's got slightly grey stripes on the back behind as well.
How old is the baby one?
She was born last January, so she's about 1.5 years now.
Okay.
She's just the one taking a drink out of the water off now. She's getting on really well. She was a little tiny toddler when she was young. Mum had to really push her out, but like I said, she's doing really well now.
Is she going to grow any bigger, or is she just going to get to the same sort of size as the mum?
She'll probably grow to about the mum size. So she'll grow a little bit. Well, she'll grow a little bit bigger than Dad, but he would have gone by then. He's basically a stud male, so moving around the country to breed with other females.
So are the females supposed to be bigger than the men, naturally?
Yeah, they'll always be. This sort of hoofstock family, the females are always going to be a little bit bigger just because they need the kind of supplement all the food to breed and to have the babies.
So where are they from? Have they been born in England, or were they from British Africa?
The mum Dusty was. The male, like I said, I don't know his exact history, but he's sort of the stud male that goes around the country breeding with females. So I'm not sure where he was born to begin with, but we've got him. We're only meant to have him on loan, but we've got him. quite a nice.
So
family.
eventually, every zebra in England will be related to the male because he's like the one going around.
It will lead back to him, if you like.
So he's sort of like the genus for everything. Everything's zebra related.
There's a few around the country that do the same thing. It's not just him with every zebra in the country.
Yeah.
But there are more than just him on there, or else he'd be very tired by the end of it.
So he's one of the lucky ones.
Yeah, and because the baby's male as well, he's probably going to grow up and do the same as well. He'll grow up and be like his dad, and we'll move him around the country. And it'll probably be that we'll keep male and female, and then they'll have another kid, and it'll carry on. And if it's a girl, we'll move him on, and if it's a boy, we'll move them on. So it's kind of quite good to have a stud male, so to speak.
What do you usually feed them?
They get hay pretty much topped up throughout the day. They get dry hay in the morning, wet hay in the afternoon, evening-ish, which is what they're getting now. The wet hay they've got at the moment is just so it gets rid of all the dust. So obviously that's not too good for them digesting it.
Do they eat anything else?
They do get a dry feed as well. It's almost tastes like cereal, sort of dry cardboard. It's not very nice for them. It's got everything they need in it. And every so often we'll give them a tiny bit of fruit, but literally it's very, very occasionally.
Okay.
But they're quite happy to live off grass and hay for the rest of their lives.
Okay then. Well, thank you.
That's okay.
Hello, we're here in the bat den, and these are Egyptian fruit bats. And as you can see, the room has been decorated so it looks like Egypt. Bats are nocturnal, so they rest during the day, and some have been known to fly 25 miles just to get food. The smallest species of bat, called the bumblebee bat, weighs less than 1 penny. Hello, I'm here with the giant tortoise, which, giant tortoises were found in the Galapagos Islands in 1535, and there's only 2 types left in the world at the moment, which obviously one of these is that type, and they can live to 120 years of age, which is really impressive, and they are a cold-blooded animal. Back in the 1800s, Charles Darwin found out that because of the tortoise's size and weight, it would have taken 6 to 8 men to lift it. We're here at the cheetah enclosure. Let's take a closer look at these spotted creatures. Cheetahs are known as the world's fastest land mammal, with 36 different species. Unlike the other big cats, such as tigers and lions, they do not roar. Instead, they gently purr or make a chirping like a sound to alert others around them. Hello, I'm Vanessa again, and here we are in the cheetah enclosure at the Paradise Wildlife Park. I'm here with Ian, and I'm going to ask him some questions about cheetahs. So, I know that they originally come from Africa, so how do they deal with the climate here?
Okay, well actually cheetahs didn't originally come from Africa. They're actually from North America, is one of the oldest bones of cheetahs found. So it's highly likely that they probably originated in North America, but you could be going back 8-9 million years ago. And they've now evolved, obviously, as the continent split to live in Africa. They cope pretty well with the climate here. These guys actually were born in Sweden, so it's a lot colder there than it is here as well. So they do acclimatise just like people would if you were to go live in Australia. You'd actually find it after a couple of years quite normal weather. So they do
sort themselves out.
Yeah, they do.
So what do you feed them here? Like, I know they can't hunt for their own game.
Okay, at the moment these are on a diet. They're eating 5 or 6 days a week, and they're eating anything from chickens to rabbit to horse meat to beef, pork.
So they're on a good diet.
Yeah, a nice varied diet of whatever we can give them. It's nice to mix it up as well, so they're not eating the same thing every day.
How bad, how vulnerable are they to being extinct, like in Africa?
In the wild, cheetah populations have probably dropped by around 90% in the last 100 years. There's about 12,500 cheetahs left, solely in Africa, with the exception of about 100 that are in Iran, and 5,500 of the 12,000 in Africa are solely found in Namibia alone as well.
Is that due to hunting or just starvation?
Yeah, unfortunately it's a lot to do with kind of this human-animal conflict that we get. The population of people is doubling, and we're encroaching now on animals' lands.
Farther out, and they can't get
completely that, and the poaching not only of predators but also of their prey species, so they're having to struggle to find their own food in the wild now as well.
So if cheetahs were poached, what is it that people are getting from them? Is it their fur? Or?
There is a small demand for the fur trade and bones and things like that, not to the extent that you get with tigers. It's mainly conflict with farmers in Africa, where they actually get blamed for killing livestock, then they get poisoned or shot or poached themselves because of that, unfortunately.
That's a shame, but I'm glad they're being kept healthy here.
Yeah,
Is this all you have here? Are they?
We've
going to
got
breed them?
3 boys here that we brought in only a week ago.
So these haven't been here that long yet?
No, literally a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So hopefully they're going to be on the breeding programme, and we'll hopefully have some baby cheetahs next year.
That's good then. Okay, thank you, Ian. And that's it from us at Running Wild with this series. We'll be back next time from a new location. Bye!